In the previous videos I was talking about a full state observer, wherein if you had two states x1 and x2, we will be observing both the states x1 as well as x2. And if you don't want to observe a particular state, say x1, since it is already observable, you would only want to estimate the state x2. So in that case we call that a reduced order observer, and if we are observing the minimum number of states, we call that a minimum order observer. If, for example, the system has states x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5, and if x1, x2 and x3 are actually directly observable and only x4 and x5 are to be estimated, then we classify these states as xa and these states as xb. So b actually specifies those states, or the elements of those states that are not directly observed, or those which are to be observed. So the states x of k can be classified as xa of k and xb of k. Xa of k and xb of k are both vectors, and so the state space equation can be rewritten as x1 of k plus 1 augmented with xb of k plus 1 is equal to GAA, GAB, GBA, GBB into XA of k, XB of k plus HA augmented with HB into U of k. Similarly, Y of k can be rewritten as I augmented with 0, XA of k augmented with XB of k. So Y of k is XA of k, and there is no element XB of k in the output Y of k. So this is why I told you XA of k is directly measurable, whereas XB of k is not directly measurable from the output. So we need to estimate the states XB of k. So in such a situation, we are observing only the states XB of k. So the error E of k which we are concerned about is actually XB of k minus XB tilde of k. And so error equation becomes EK of 1 is equal to GBB minus KE times GAB into E of k. So the derivation for this part is actually skipped. When you compare with the observer state equation for a full order observer, you will see that GBB is actually a replacement for the G matrix, and GAB is actually a replacement for the C matrix. We will try to do a problem to understand this better. So this is our question. Our system is given by the matrices G, H and C, and the sampling time T is actually given as 0.2 seconds, and we are given the specification that the desired closed loop pole location should be at the locations 0.6 plus or minus J 0.4, and since the C matrix has elements 1 and 0, you will see that Y of k is actually 1 0. If it's if the states are x1 and x2, it's only the x1 state that is directly measurable from the output Y of k. So you need to design a minimum order observer to complete your pole placement design. So as explained by the separation principle, you can do the pole placement design and the observer design separately, and so I'm doing the pole placement design first. So our open loop system characteristic equation is actually determinant of Zi minus G, which gives Zi. Determinant of Zi minus G matrix is actually 1 0.201, since T is actually 0.2. So this gives an equation z square minus 2z plus 1 equal to 0. So this is our first equation. So the desired closed loop poles are given as z equal to 0.6 plus or minus j 0.4. So the desired characteristic equation is z minus 0.6 minus j 0.4 into z minus 0.6 plus j 0.4 equal to 0. So when you simplify this, you will actually find that the equation is z square minus 1.2 z plus 0.52 equal to 0. So this is the second equation. So from your desired characteristic equation, you will find the alpha values, and from the actual characteristic equation, you will find the a values. And the K matrix is alpha 2 minus a2 and alpha 1 minus a1 into T inverse. So here we need to find what is T matrix. T is actually the controllability matrix HGH into the matrix A1 1 1 0, which we derive from the characteristic equation, the actual open loop characteristic equation. So when you substitute the value, you will find the value as 0.02 0.02 minus 0.2 0.2. So you need T inverse. So when you do the T inverse, you will find the T inverse matrix as 25 minus 2.5 25 2.5. Alpha 2 is actually 0.52 and A2 is actually plus 1, and alpha 1 is minus 1.2 and A1 is actually minus 2. So substituting that, you will find K is equal to minus 0.48 into 0.8 into 25 minus 2.5 25 2.5, and the answer comes to be 8 3.2. So this is the K matrix. So we have completed the pole placement design. The design is U of k equal to minus k x tilde of k. So that comes to be minus 8 3.2 into y of k x2 tilde of k, since x1 is actually equal to y of k. So this is the final design. Now let's move to observer design. So here you need to split the G matrix into GA, GAB, GBA and GBB, since only one of the two states needs to be measured, that is x2 needs to be measured. So let's split the matrix into GA, GAB, GBA, GBB. So that gives GA as 1, GAB as 0.2, GBA as 0, GBB as 1. And if you see if you split the H matrix, you will find that HA equal to 0.02 and HB is equal to 0.2. And also, since observer design specifications are not given, you will take the specification as, since no specification is given, we will assume that we need a deadbeat response. Since only one state needs to be observed, phi of z, the characterization is actually z equal to 0, not z square equal to 0. And the Ackermann's formula for finding Ke is phi of GBB into GAB inverse into 1. So that gives 1 into 0.2 inverse into 1, which is equal to 5. So that is your Ke value. So using Ackermann's formula, we have found what is observer design.